Yeah, and when it comes to using AI, or especially chatbots or Perplexity in our case, it all starts with a prompt. There are so many differences from a good prompt or a not as good prompt. And here you can see two differences. What we can do now is I would share my screen again and just show you the differences when we're just asking, for example,
And I like
ChatGPT.
to say, Benny, it is simple. You
Yeah,
get out what you put in.
that's true.
AI is just like that.
And here, for example, when you just say, help me prepare for a sales meeting with a potential client, then of course, ChatGPT asks you something back like, what is the company background, the decision makers, current situation? It needs way more input to give you a clear result. Also, to understand the needs, refine your value proposition. So there are so many. You can see six of topics. ChatGPT is asking for more information, and then we can show you how it looks when we ask him, act as a senior business development advisor for a professional service firm. I'm meeting a prospective client who is unfamiliar with our firm's approach. Draft 3 talking points that differentiate us from competitors, 2 anticipated objections, and suggested responses. Keep it conscious, partner level tone. And then you will see a way better result. Here are already the 3 differentiating talking points, for example, objections, responses.
And
So
in this one, Benny, just to jump in, sorry, is
yeah,
that because this is a model that we haven't used extensively. We haven't set up all those instructions that we showed because we wanted to keep it blank so you could see it, that affects tremendously how this outcome, even from a more elaborated prompt, the outcome will be completely different, right?
different.
But
Exactly.
you will be surprised of what you get, and here's why, right? So when we talk about the precision grid, that's what we like to use with our clients in the program, is that, as I said, you get out what you put in. So for example, if you simply say summarize this, it will just give you a vague result, right? That's the worst you can do, basically. And then you give a little more information, right? Write a client memo without context or audience. It's a risky guesswork. It will give you, and that's the highest chance of hallucination, for example. It will give you generic things. It will sound generic. It won't be applicable, and you waste your time. And then you have a better version, but it's still missing the intention. It's still missing context. That's when you say to summarize a regulatory article for a client. But then the magic happens when you tell ChatGPT or Claude or any other Gemini, because I keep saying ChatGPT and let's say the other ones as well, is when you give them more information. Add as, and I know a lot of times now the newer versions, you don't have to constantly say act as. You can say I am blah blah blah. So here you can say I'm working on a draft. Give me 3 bullet summaries of today's regulatory update. See how much information you put in there. That's your ideal prompt. That's when you get the most out of the first attempt. And we need to talk about attempt here, because the first result is not going to be the best. You have to go back and forth. And what I want to share here is specifically one of our clients a couple of weeks ago, after we had a session, they are part of the accelerator program with us. We had a session on AI, and that client went back and he worked on a marketing document that would have taken him hours if he wouldn't even try to do it. Probably would delegate to somebody else, and the associate would work on it, but would have to be going back and forth for corrections, for input. So he decided to try on his own. He used Perplexity to research and then he used ChatGPT to craft and to tailor the message. And he told us that he had 70% of the work done in minutes because he used a good prompt, because he used factual information and good reliable sources from Perplexity, and he was able to craft. He went back and forth, a little adjustments, and he showed another colleague that did not believe that it was done through AI. So this is exactly what moves us from what I talked in the beginning for the work slow to an actual work that you can be behind, that you can use, that will save you time. And here we have a prompt framework that we use, is that the more context you give, better results you receive. The best practice is that you do by increments. So you send a prompt, let work on it, and then you send another batch of prompt saying, now do XYZ, let it work, now do this and that. And one thing that I do is ask me questions before give me an answer. Ask me questions before drafting a document. What else do you need to be able to give me better information? And that works like a charm.
I think there are so many different ways to approach a good prompt, because something that is really, trendy at the moment is to prompt for a prompt. So you're asking AI for a good prompt on topic XYZ, and then you're building that prompt, and in the end you put that prompt into the chat again. So this is also something you can try.
When in doubt, ask AI to give you a good prompt. It works really well.